Hello. Hi, good evening. Oh, I think I've got flowers on here and I don't really want to do that. So just give me a second, just if there's anyone on online, then there we go. Okay. I was just trying to flip around the video so that we when I show you some products, then we can actually see them. So good evening. I'll just wait a couple of minutes for anyone to jump online. Let me know if you can hear me, because if you can't, then this is not really much point. So just maybe quickly type in the chat that you can see, and that you can hear me. I haven't put my mic in, but I certainly can. I've got it here. Let's see how we do with that sound. And just type into the bottom and let me know that you can hear. There we go. I'm going to put the mic in. Get it all going. Well, it's a lovely, chillier Tuesday evening here in Toronto. And it's fall. What can you say? It's fall. It's here. We can't get away from it. Even though it would have been lovely if summer continued, the sunshine has been absolutely tremendous. So very, very grateful for that. And just another glorious sunny day today, which has been really lovely. So, all right, well, let's get started. If, like I said, if anyone wants to put anything into the chat or write a comment, then just do that below. There's a little bubble just at the bottom, and then you can just go into there and let me know what you think. So thanks for joining my Facebook page. Thanks so much for for jumping onto this, whether you're watching it live or maybe on YouTube a little later, because we also post this to YouTube. So for those of you that don't know me, my name's Lianne Phillipson. I am a registered nutritionist, and I love sharing information about food, about what makes you healthy, about what makes you more unhealthy, all of those kind of things, and really just passionate about helping you to eat right. I'm about to launch my new website, liannephillipson.com, a little later this week. Just a couple of technical glitches that we're just waiting for to be all up and running, and then we get to hit publish and then go. It'll be live, and I'm going to be sharing so much information on that for you, so that you can eat right. So I've got a new little tagline called "Eat This." So I'm going to get maybe a little bit more bossy and talk a little bit about what you should be eating, which is why these bi-monthly lives are what I'm going to be doing. So if you hear any noise in the background, that's just my little dog walking around, who thinks that it's time to play, when really it's not. It's never a good time when you're on live video to be playing. So anyway, just again, if we've got a couple more people on, just send me a little note just to let me know that you can hear me okay, and that you can see me okay on the video, and also just ask any questions if you've got any questions, because I'll definitely be answering those. It's always lovely to interact with people who are watching the videos. So as I said, I'm going to be doing these at 7 o'clock every couple of weeks. I'm going to be doing every other week on this page. I'm going to be doing Facebook Lives, and I'm going to let's see if we can get that. Oh. Okay, I think we're good. Excellent. Oh, I've got a little bit dark. What happened there? I think it's okay. Can you guys still see me? Just maybe a little bit darker, a little more sultry, perhaps, for an evening. Anyway, also on Sprout Rights, thank you, Jamie. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry about that. So also every other week, I'll be posting on Sprout Rights page some information that's a little bit more to do with nutrition from tummy to toddler. Going to try and keep Sprout Right a little bit more to do with that, and then liannephillipson.com, everything else that you guys that I feel that you guys need to know. So I'll be posting on both Lianne Phillipson and on sproutright.com, as well as on Sprout Right's Facebook page, and doing some more live videos. So I always want your questions. I always want to know what you need to know, what you want to know. What do you want me to talk about? So in both situations, whether you've got a family, whether you've got younger children, whether your children are grown up, and you just really want to, want to be healthy, and you want to be told what on earth to eat. What am I supposed to do? Why does this matter to me? What do I need to know? All of those kind of things. So in case you haven't seen me either on TV, I'm on breakfast television on Thursday morning at 8:15 is the time that I'll be on, talking about my top 5 office lunch hacks. So in case, and that can also work at home, just in case you're an absolute pro at lunch, you're still going to learn a few things that you can do to pull off those great lunches for yourselves, whether you're at the office or whether you're at home. So yeah. That's coming up on Thursday, and then every Friday, then I'm on News Talk 1010 with Jerry Agar. In case you haven't come across that, that's just listening to my voice. But then also we publish live videos, so you can see a little bit behind the scenes, because that's always a little bit of fun just to see what Jerry's like when he, the music, or sort of dancing to the Motown Friday and all of those kind of things. So it's just a fun place to be. So I'm going to jump into the information for tonight. So I decided to once a month talk about some products, talk about what's out there, what's new, and why does it matter to you? That's the most important thing. How's this something new and groovy going to impact your life, your family, your spouse, anybody in your life, or if you happen to know of someone who has a certain ailment or problem or pain, ache, something like that, or is dealing with specific issues, that you can pass on this information to them, because it's always good to learn a couple new things. So I decided for this time that we're going to talk about maple water. So what on earth is maple water? I'm Canadian, so I know about, maple syrup and maple trees and all of those kind of things. They're changing beautiful colors right now because of the fall. And because I like to see what comes to market, what's new and all of those kind of things. And I decided, okay, let's talk about maple water. I've seen it on the shelves. I've seen it around. And what is it? What does it taste like? And all of those kind of things. A little while ago, I was sent a new product, which I'll share with you shortly, to taste. So my daughters and I did a bit of a taste test to see kind of what we thought. And then I've got another brand here. Maybe you've got one that you've tried. So I've got some information a little bit about it as well, and why should you purchase it? How is this going to impact your life? Why do you care, basically? So the inside scoop of this maple water is coming at you. So it's actually the sap that comes from the maple tree. So in Canada, normally around March, April time is when it's getting a little bit warmer. Then they tap the trees to get the sap, which is then boiled down and makes the beautiful maple syrup that Canada is so well known for. And you pour it on your pancakes. My daughter puts it on her yogurt or on her oatmeal just to sweeten things up. It gives a lovely flavor. You can bake with it. You can do all sorts of things with maple syrup. And maple syrup has got a lot of nutrients in it, which are quite well known. When it comes to maple water, this is such an interesting one. Jamie's just said that someone at a conference he went to last spring was drinking the maple water and said it tasted great. Well, I'm going to try some tonight, so I'll share with you what I think. And there's a couple of them I haven't actually tried before, so it'll be interesting because I'm excited. I've read about the different flavors and things like that of some of them. I'm a huge fan of coconut water. I drink coconut water quite a bit. My family does, my kids do as well, especially if after a sporting event or if they've been sick, then I normally go and get the coconut water. So it's that's one that we know quite a bit about. There's so many different waters out there now, coconut probably being the most known about, the most bought, all of those kind of things. I stick it in my smoothies. Like I said, I give it to my kids. If I've had a few extra glasses of wine, I'll try and drink it before I go to bed, or the next day if I've got pounding head, because I did definitely have too many glasses of wine. So it's great for a hangover. But did you know that some of the other new waters on the shelves, and not necessarily all in Canada, but maybe a little bit more in the US, are cactus? cactus water, incredible, barley, birch, and olive water. So these are all coming from the trees, coming from the plant. A couple of sites, or one site in particular, called this the blood of the tree, because you're actually taking it out of the tree. It's all filtered and all of those kind of things. So so really, really interesting. So could this make you healthier? Could you be healthier by drinking maple water? You can definitely be healthier by drinking maple water and leaving the pop behind, leaving the sugary drinks behind, all of those kind of things. You know, your typical bottle sports drink bottle has upwards of 10 teaspoons of sugar in it. Your bottles of pop, the small ones that, you know, your kids like to get, about, I don't know, over 200 milliliters, I think, maybe 250, or is it 300? I can't quite remember, but they've got something like 11 teaspoons of sugar in them, which is absolutely crazy. So, so you could definitely be healthier by drinking maple water instead of something like that. If you're going to go and buy something, always drink water. You always need to be hydrated. You always need to be feeling good and feeling hydrated. If your lips are getting dry, if your mouth is dry, you already are dehydrated. So go and get a massive glass of water. So here's a bit of a rundown about maple water, some information that I was sent from one of the brands, from Sapsuckers, which is one of the brands I'm going to share with you in a minute. So they say there's 46 bioactive ingredients, including minerals, amino acids, and organic acids. Maple water is said to be high in antioxidants, which are kind of what put out the fire of inflammation and all of those kind of things in our body. So if you've got an aching knee, if you've got aching fingers, if you've got anything aching or there's anything inflamed in your body, antioxidants are so important for helping to put out that fire. So as many antioxidants from colorful fruits, vegetables, all of those kind of things, I talk about that stuff all the time, really important to have those in your day. So if this has some antioxidants in it, another reason why it's healthier to have than soda pop or something like that. It definitely is known for being higher in manganese, which is a trace mineral. I don't really tend to be super deficient in manganese, looking for other places to get manganese from. So, you know, that's a good thing, but you know, that's okay. But manganese does help with thyroid health, with bone health, and vitamin absorption. So that's also a really important thing. It contains abscisic acid, which took me a little while to wrap my lips around, a plant hormone that helps plants adapt to stress. So in humans, it may also help blood sugar balance, which is always a good thing. So it's a pretty new product on the market. More studies need to be done before it's sort of established as this cure-all, and you know, this is the drink that you need to have all the time and sort of take over from the coconut waters or something like that. So, you know, it being a source of electrolytes is always a good thing. So in a time of sickness, in a time of dehydration, in a time where you're not feeling well, what is it that you need to reach for? I know a lot of people, if you're feeling nauseous or anything like that, you go and have flat ginger ale or something like that. My mom used to try and give that to me. I just thought, oh God, that's just so sweet, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I would have, you know, more recently I'd have coconut water instead. So should I switch it up for the maple water? I think I might give it a try. It is lower in sugar than coconut water, so that's something that's a really good thing. Probably only a teaspoon of sugar and you know, more naturally occurring sugars again in this little guy, which is one container, which is 250 mils. So this is the Sapsucker. Let me make sure I've got this around the right way. So this is the Sapsucker one. This is a small one, and then also this product comes in a larger. I flipped the screen around, so it's like me putting all this stuff into a mirror for you. So excuse me while I just get this all around the right way. So this is the Sapsucker one. That's the one that I've seen around in stores the most when I've looked for noticed maple water. I mean, it's a different, you know, it's a different one. It's kind of looks a bit different. The Tetra Pak is square instead of some of the other ones when I buy my almond milk and all of those kind of things. So it was pretty cool to check out. Another one, the owner, I believe, drove all the way down from Arthur today to share this with me. So I'm very grateful so that I can share it with you so that you know that there's another product. So this is called Kiki. This is in a glass bottle. It looks lovely. And this is maple blueberry. I also have sitting in front of me maple cranberry. So I love the little maple on here as well. Some maple lemon. That would be a really nice one to try. Just straight up maple water. So I'll compare these two because they're more similar without a taste or a flavor in there. And then also we've got maple strawberry. So those are ones. When I searched on Amazon, there's some other ones that I came across there. Which is kind of cool because there's lots of different, there's always lots of different products around. Okay, so here I have one of my stemless wine glasses because I thought, well, we might as well do this properly. Just have something a little bit fancier. So let me just pour some of this in. So it looks a little bit golden, not a bit like a pale glass of wine. It's got yeah, nice and clear. Okay, so let me have a sniff. It's a little bit like doing a wine tasting. I'm not really getting any maple in particular. Okay, let's try it. Oh, it's very smooth. I really feel like I'm doing a wine tasting even though I've got maple water in my wine glass. Very smooth, not strong of anything in particular. Something I wrote said that it tasted like really weak green tea. I'm not sure that I'd say that it's very, I've been drinking green tea for the past 2 days as it got cooler, but yeah, I don't know that it would say that it particularly tasted of green tea. Just a very, very subtle and very smooth flavor. Yeah, it's very pleasant. Coconut water, there are people that have a love-hate relationship with coconut water. It kind of gets you a little bit in your mouth. It creates a bit of a dryish kind of feeling in your mouth sometimes. This has just a very trace of that, but certainly not the strength of coconut water that I normally taste. So that's actually really, really quite lovely. Not strong, not strong of anything in particular, actually, which is quite nice. Okay, so let's try the Kiki straight up maple water. Screw lid. I've got another glass here. Pouring it in. So this is Kiki, and this is sapsucker. So it kind of looks about the same. Kiki's a little bit different from where I've got a little light on here. So there's a little bit, this looks a bit more cloudy. This looks a little bit more clear. This is the Kiki one. So a little swirl, a little smell. Ooh, different. I'm going to try it again because I'm not quite sure what that flavor was. It's a little drier than the sapsucker, so a little bit different. I really do feel like I'm doing a wine tasting for you right now. This is a lot of fun. Yeah, drier. I'm going to say that it tastes a little bit drier. Still very pleasant, still very smooth, but a little bit different. Yeah, that's very, very nice. And there's a bit more of a smell to this one. A little bit, ever so slightly earthy is the Kiki. So let me try one of the flavors here, and I'll tell you what I think. I'm going to try the lemon, this lovely lemon on here as well, to see what this tastes like. Sapsucker just comes straight up just as it is, whereas the Kiki is the one that has some nice flavors. I'm not sure where you can get Kiki from, but I'm sure you can look it up and check it out. Here we go. They're all room temperature, Emma. I've not put anything into the fridge. They just these just arrived today, so they've just been sitting on my desk ready for this lovely tasting. Okay, so lemon actually has quite a rich smell to it. I'm really bringing in all the wine tasting stuff that I've ever done to this. Yeah, it's lemon. It's not like a pucker up sort of lemon or anything like that, though. There's just a very, very trace a little bit of lemon in there. It's nice to have a little bit of a different flavor. Whenever I've bought coconut water, which is all I have to compare this to, I've tried the pineapple, I've tried a few of the different ones, but I find that the sugar content is much higher. So I do tend to just stick to the normal one sometimes, as my kids certainly prefer the flavored ones because they're much sweeter. But at the same time, I tend to just stick to the plain. I'm a bit of a vanilla girl when it comes to anything in particular. If there's ice cream going around or anything like that, I don't tend to have too many flavors. I kind of just like plain stuff. So would I buy the lemon? I probably would. Yeah, it's refreshing. I think if it was cold on a hot day, wow, that would be really lovely and refreshing. Okay, so that's the lemon. I'm just pouring out my glass here. Let me try the. I do love blueberries, so I'm going to try maybe as the last one is the blueberry. I take that lid off. I do like the glass bottles and being able to take that lid off. Ooh. Now it's going to look like I'm tasting red wine. Check that out. Got some lovely blueberries happening in there. Smells very, very berry. Very berry. Let's try this one. Nice. Yeah, lovely berries come through in that. Jason, great question. What are they sweetened with? If I can read on the ingredients, just because we've got a bit of a glare here. That is the French side. And ingredients: maple syrup, blueberry juice, concentrate, and a little bit of flavor, and a lemon juice from concentrate. So there's actually no extra sugar going on in there at all. It is au naturel. The concentrate, I guess maybe they've put a splash in there. I'm not too sure. If I look at the lemon one, lemon juice from concentrate, maple syrup actually is in the lemon one. Hang on, let me go back and read the other one again. Yep, so just a little bit of maple syrup. So the sugar content in the blueberry one that I've just tried is 11 grams per 240 mils. So we can work that out by dividing by 4. So we've got about 3 teaspoons of sugar in this. Now, when it comes to naturally occurring sugar, high fructose corn syrup, when we look at something like a Gatorade, so I've done a video on Sprout Right's Facebook page about Gatorade. I had a question from a 10-year-old who said, "What am I supposed to drink after I've done my sports?" And I looked at Gatorade, I looked at different pops, and then also at a lemonade. So the lemonade had an outrageous, I think it was about 26 grams of sugar for a bottle, maybe just a little bit bigger than that. So when you're looking at something like this, yes, we've got some sugar in there, but it's coming from the maple sap itself, which would make up for, I believe it's about 1 of the teaspoons of that, and then an extra couple of teaspoons worth of the concentrate, and then also with the maple syrup in there. So still pretty low for most people. If you need to have something that's sweet, I don't know that I would say that this is particularly sweet either. It's just a bit more berry. It still has a slightly dry taste to it. Yeah, it's not overly sweet. I don't do great when I try and drink something that's too crazy sweet. So I wouldn't say that was overly sweet. Has anyone tried any of the maple waters that's watching? I think it was Jamie that said that there was somebody at her table at a conference that you've been to that was drinking it. Were they saying that they drink it a lot, or that they really do enjoy drinking it? I mean, I'd be tempted to send these little guys with my kids, on a hot day or something like that. They tend to just take a bottle of water with them. The schools do like that they have litterless lunches, so they'd have to tuck this back in their bag again. But it might be nice to have something a little bit different on some days. I hope I say I don't think. I hope most kids don't take pop to school to drink at lunchtime. So it would be nice. It's probably mostly juice boxes, really. So this is definitely a better alternative to the juice boxes, and still in something, something that's easy to take to school. So Jamie says, no, she went out that morning with someone who has a maple tree farm. Oh, I guess that's what you call it. Yeah, I think so. Or field, no, not a field, a forest. Maybe it might be a forest or something like that. And they took it straight from the tree. Oh, wow. I went to the Brickworks Market. It might have been couldn't have been in the summer. When was it? Anyway, it was at some time when they were selling jars of sap. And it was insane. It was flying off the shelves. People were just coming in and buying all of these, all of this maple sap and taking it because people cook with it. They put it in their smoothies. They they add it to their juices or something like that. I was amazed. I just stood there and watched. And I think a jar, I think it was maybe about $5. I'm not really sure. And and it was nutty. It was just so popular, and I certainly didn't know what to do with it. And that was another time when I thought, oh, this is quite interesting. I wonder what this maple stuff is all about. So that's why I thought with this first Facebook Live, I'd talk about something just a little bit different that we don't really know about. And like I said, why do you care? Well, I think you care because, I hope that you care because you're inquisitive. You want to know, what is it that I should try next? Is it worth me spending the $5 or so? I don't actually know the price of a lot of the products because the company sent them to me, which was good of them to do that and make that happen so that I could talk about them today. But is it worth you spending the money? Depends on what you normally spend your money on. If you spend it on, like I said earlier, on some pop or some other drinks or juice boxes or things like that, and this is comparable, I would definitely go for it, without a doubt. So I will say thank you to Sapsucker and again to Kiki, and then also to the sweet potato, because although I haven't mentioned that, I did put that on in the little promo that I wrote about. Then the sweet potato, which is the place where I go and do all of my shopping in the Junction, have given a $50 gift card. So what I'm going to do is over the next 24 hours, anybody that types in a comment or things like that, I'm going to collect all the names and then I'll put them into a random picker, and then I'll comment at the bottom of all of the comments and let you know who has won. So we're just trying to get something for you guys out of it, so you can go along and buy your maple water and give it a try. And anything else, the sweet potato is a great place to go shopping, and I'm grateful for their support in donating the $50 gift card, because that's not quite a week's worth of groceries for some families, depending on how many you are in your family. But you can certainly get some of their amazing fresh produce. They've got an incredible beauty bar and all of those kind of things there now, where they've got some makeup and all sorts. I haven't even really taken a good look at it. I tend to head straight for the produce and things like that. And they've also generously given me a lot of the food that I'll be showing on breakfast television on Thursday morning at 8:15. So you can tune into that. I'll post the link as well, both here and then on Sprout Rate's page as well, and hopefully by that time LiannePhillipson.com will be live, which will be great. We got through a little technical hitches, I hope, so that that's going to be ready to go. But please do interact. Ask me any questions if you want to quickly post anything here. Otherwise, afterwards, I'll keep my eye on this particular thread to make sure that I'm answering any questions that you might have. And also, if there's anything in particular that you want me to dive into, really to get down and dirty with something that you think, oh yeah, I'm not really sure about this. I think it's a bit of a hoax. Is it the new craze, or is it all just a little bit crazy? Or anything like that. I love interacting. I love sharing what I know. I love researching to find out more so that I can share it with you guys. So again, other ways that you can get in touch is through at the moment sproutright.com. So info@sproutright.com. If you've got any questions, there's tons of information about our consultations and meal plans and all supplements and everything like that there. Then there'll be a little bit more info on working for me more from a brand standpoint on liannephillipson.com. And then otherwise, I will see you, or maybe you'll see me on Thursday morning on Breakfast Television at 8:15, talking about my top tips for office lunch hacks. And then Friday, you can also check out Jerry Agar and I on Friday morning at 11, just after 11, after the news. Then we go live then. So that's always an absolute hoot. All right, so I'm going to wish you well on this Tuesday evening. I hope that you keep well, and next time try out some of these these maple waters and let me know what you think. I'd really love to know. All right, thank you so much, and thanks for joining in. We'll see you very soon. Take good care.